Intentions are always powerful for you to go to sleep. During nighttime, I want to learn and set an intention. At the very beginning, what does help? If you got crystals, powerful, typically what you can do is, if this is your bed, you can put selenite sticks on each side as a grid. So if your bed's rectangular, selenite sticks, selenite, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And selenite, they hold a very high frequency and they're attached to the angelic realm. It just helps put the frequency there. And then you might even put a amethyst underneath the bed. Typically you have a citrine next to. In the past, I would have the citrine next to the amethyst because the citrine has the energy of the sun, and it's one of those crystals that you don't need to clear it. You'd have to put under the sun for it to cleanse, or the moon. It does it naturally, and anything next to it, it also clears. So it will clear the amethyst. So now I've created a kind of like a crystal grid in the bed that facilitates it now. So now that's there, that's something helping me because it has its own consciousness and it brings in the energy. So when I'm on a bed, now my intentions are more powerful. I want to experience, I want to learn, I want to release, I want to heal, insert whatever you want to work on during sleep, you can say it. And then breath work is also very important because the thing is, it doesn't have to be long, but certain breath patterns open up certain dimensions of energy. If it's like you inhale for 3, hold it for 3, exhale for 3, or inhale for 5, hold it for 5, exhale for 5, and you do that 7 or 8 times. And the breath work really, it does something where the numbers create a sacred geometry as you're breathing naturally. Even though you don't think about it, it does create something, and it unlocks higher levels of consciousness that normally you wouldn't be able to access. I mix the crystals with the intention, and I may be breathing that way. And if I'm breathing that way and I really want to take it to the next level, I might imagine a white or purple light coming from the heavens, coming down, filling me up from the crown, because when you're doing work and sleep, it's the crown chakra. You don't want third eye much, you want crown. Crown goes higher. It's more wisdom there. Third eye is more worldly. Yeah. It's great. It has certain applications, but crown is where you want to be playing when you're sleeping, because you can go higher. So I imagine it filling me up, and I just take deep breaths as that's going. And if you wanted to be extra adventurous, you can even try to follow the light going up as high as you can, so you can feel the energy. But the combination of all of that gets you ready to where when you're sleeping, the energy is already there and your mind's not in the way, and you can just go. So for me, I mean, the beginning, that helped a lot. Again, I like layering stuff because the thing is, sure, I can just breathe, but if breath work works and crystal works, and intentions work, and light works, and maybe you're burning something, sage work, and music works, why wouldn't you want to stack the deck in your favor and use all of them to make it easier for yourself? So I'm a big fan of layering and stacking things up so that I can get the desired results faster, or get into that energetic state faster. Again, it depends on where you are in the growth journey. At the beginning, I used all of them, but all of them are meant to teach you that you have it within you. And then you kind of get into a phase where you make that leap and you can access that energy within you. And then you go full circle and realize, sure, it's outside of me, it's within me. So if today I want to use a crystal, I can use a crystal. I can use a sound bowl. But if you don't have it, you're like, oh shoot, I can't do it because I don't have it. Oh, you have it within. So there is a full circle that happens. It reminded me of what I had within me, but even that part took a while to get. Because for a while, I just thought it was just that, and I'm nothing without that. I need my crystal, I need this, I need that. And at the time I did, because I couldn't facilitate it within myself, but it gets to a point where you can, and you can choose to do it with it or without it. My entire philosophy is like, if I'm doing something, I'm going to layer every possible thing I can just to make it easier, because why make it harder? Make it easy for you to tap into the energetic space. Make it simple to where every single time when you do this, this, and this, and you even layer it, that you will feel or get or access this every single time without fail. So for me, I like that type of certainty. It was important for me at the beginning. At first, I gave my power away to crystals. Like riding with the training wheels on. You do it at first, and it's part of the journey. Yeah. And it took me longer than most. I probably fought that whole message of everything's within you. You can do it for years, because it's harder when your mind's in the way of like, oh, is that even really true? It's easier to hear it from the external. Depending on our self-image and our identity, we might reject it. So it's a lot that you're going against. So at the beginning, I needed the tools. I needed all that. And that's what they're for. Yeah. They're here for us to use when we need them. And hopefully we get to a place where we realize that we have it within, but they're here for a reason. So I feel like they are very much a part of the journey. I try to look at it without lenses of guilt and judgment and shame, which I had a lot in the past for those, and just look at it as It's showing up for my specific journey right now for a reason, and I'll just accept it, understand it, and when the time comes that I need to learn more about going within, I'll get the signs and I'll follow it and I'll do it. But for now, I'll just enjoy the whole thing and not rush it, because if you rush a flower to bloom, you will kill it. I know if, like a flower, there's the sun, there's the water, there's all the elements, and there's the right environment for it, it will blossom in time. So I'm more focused on giving myself the right environment, knowing that whatever has to unfold in divine time, it will unfold.